Hey everyone, so here are my tips for middle school, part dos. So, um, I honestly think that you need to be prepared for everything that could happen. And I mean, this doesn't mean bring a parka to school and keep it in your locker, but like a small travel size umbrella, that would be great because you do not want to be caught in the rain, especially if you walk home. And even if you do like rain, well, if you have an instrument, bring an umbrella anyway. I nearly ruined my flute from the rain. So umbrellas are good because they can prevent all that ruinage of that stuff. And so also bring ladies just bring supplies if you might need it because if you were caught without that, sometimes our nurse was so rude. She'd sit there chewing you out in the office and it's just the worst. I never had to go to her for anything. But I was laying down on the cot and heard this one girl being yelled at. It's just don't have to go through that. Another thing that's good to have is wax for braces because it's so hard to concentrate on your work when you're sitting there going, "There's a wire stabbing me. There's a wire stabbing me." Yeah, not fun. And pick a supportive backpack for school. I already kind of sort of hinted at this in the last part about the tote bags. So supportive backpacks are good, and if you want a messenger bag, put it on both shoulder or across your body so that the weight is more evenly distributed. Distributed. There we go. But it's best if you use a backpack that goes on both shoulders, just because you're sure that the weight is distributed evenly. And then in gym class, always bring your PE clothes home on Friday to wash them because it just stinks up the locker room. And I mean, it's okay if you don't do it or if you forget a week or something, but never bringing your gym clothes home. Oh my gosh. And if you only do PE or if for some week you only do PE a few times a week, or 1 or 2 days a week, then that's okay. You don't have to bring your PE clothes home that week because most likely you didn't sweat that much in them. So there's that. Oh, and locker rooms. Don't be nervous. Everyone goes through the same stuff in locker rooms. And honestly, because I didn't take PE in 8th grade because I took it over the summer, which if your school offers that, great choice. It is amazing because of the fact that our summer school PE, we went bowling and ate french fries and went swimming and played cards and sat around and just goofed off for 2 weeks. Or no, 3 weeks. And sure, it takes up a little bit of your summer, but it's worth it to not have to take PE. But it only counts as a semester unless you do both sessions. So that's that. And then you, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, locker rooms. By 7th grade, we were all fine with changing in locker rooms. I mean, I had a few friends who still, did the whole, must change into the shirt. But for the most part, everyone's fine with it. Because it's just, I mean, we had people all facing the center while they were changing and just talking and joking around. And it's actually not that bad, just once you get used to it. But it's totally not worth running to the showers and all that every day. And if you're nervous, you can just face the lockers. So that's that. And then also, always have a book with you. Because chances are, you're not always going to be working up until the very end of the class period. So I suggest you bring a book, even a small one. So if you don't like people seeing you with books, you can tuck it in your binder or folder or something. But most people don't mind. Being labeled as a nerd is not a bad thing at all. It's actually a great thing because, it can be a great thing. But I was told at one point, I messed up and there's Boots. Hello, Boots. I messed up because I suck at math. I'm just going to say that right now. I suck at it. And I know a lot of people who are great at math. But I was doing not so bad at the, or not so bad, not so great at this one thing, and we were working in a group, and one person goes, "Hey, I thought you were smart." And honestly, comments like that really hurt, so don't do that ever. But you get over it. It's not that bad. But being labeled as a nerd is great. And honestly, our history class at one point had all 100s because it was so funny though, because we were just doing flashcards and we wrote them and our teacher came and checked them, and it was hilarious because everyone goes, "Oh my goodness, you guys are smart. You have all hundreds in that class," and we're going, oh, and some teachers are absolutely amazing to have. If you have a teacher that likes to joke around but can still stay serious, it is the best thing in the world. Because my history teacher we had this year, she made us write a fake essay to keep us quiet, but she didn't tell us it was fake. She told us once we had all written about a page, and so we all balled up the papers and threw them at her. She was okay with this. Don't do this until you know your teacher and know that she's okay with it. Our teacher likes dancing around the classroom, but so the next day we'd all turned our desks around, and she goes, "Fine, I'm going to change all your major grades to 50 or to zeros." Our entire class had 50s, and then she printed it out, made us show it to our parents, and then it was a few days before final reports came out, and so she had changed it back. But I mean, our teacher, I love our teacher. She went around the classroom dancing. He did the song "Low" by Flo Rida, I think. I'm not sure, but the song "Low." She was dancing around the classroom, and it was annoying the guys in our class so much. They're going, you shouldn't be dancing like that. And she's going, "What's wrong with dancing?" It was just so funny. But yeah, it's great to be on the good side of your teachers, even if you don't like the teachers. Just stay quiet, answer questions when they ask. Don't make a scene, don't call them names, nothing like that. So, I mean, middle school is actually pretty fun, but, sorry about the screen thing again, but, I mean, it has its low points and at its high points, and me being in band, oh my gosh, band is a very social activity, and it is just so much fun, and our band director, honestly, could have been better this past year, but there was a lot of pressure and all that, but he was okay, but our band was so much fun. I loved our band. And I mean, we were all like that. I mean, there were a few kids who, were really rude, but for the most part, we were all just so close, and it was fun. This past few years have been actually pretty fun. It's kind of stressful going into middle school, but it's just because it's so different from elementary school. And going into high school, I'm not nervous at all. And I mean, I honestly can't wait because I have nothing to do this summer. Fun! But it's gonna be a good experience. Whether it turns out for the better, for the worst. Oh, and one more thing, you do not need a boyfriend or girlfriend. It is not a necessity. You do not have to have one to be happy. I've never honestly gone out with anyone, but you don't need one. I mean, as long as you have close friends, you can get through anything. Honestly, I think friends are better than boyfriends and girlfriends because you can just joke around without any pressure. And also, it is amazing to have friends of, the opposite gender. Some of my best friends are guys, and it is fantabulous because, I mean, I get guys' points of views on things, and we're just, oh my gosh, we're all just so close. It is so much fun. So those are some more tips to help you out, plus a little story to help you out in middle school. So just to sum it up, have fun, get good grades, try your best, don't annoy your teachers, choose the right people to hang out with, and you don't need to go partying every night. It's better to study, even though it may not seem like fun. It's better to do. Okay, bye.